All right, why your comfort zone is killing your gains and what to do about it. So we all know that in the comfort zone, we cannot grow. You cannot grow, I cannot grow, because this is, for some of you that don't know what the comfort zone is, this is your little circle where everything that you already know about life is in here. Everything outside of this circle is your growth. So for example, you go to the gym, you curl 10 pounds. If you keep curling 10 pounds for the rest of your life, you are staying in your fitness comfort zone because you are never pushing past to your next limit. One day you hit 15 pounds, the next day you hit 20 pounds, and this is how you slowly, progressively step out of your comfort zone and grow consistently. Most people stay in their comfort zone because it's comfortable. We as humans are naturally lazy and we like to remain comfortable. That's why when you sleep and you try to wake up in the morning, you don't normally want to get out. You don't normally want to rush out of bed, hit that alarm, and get excited for the day. So what can you do about this, and why is this holding you back? It's holding you back, firstly, because like I mentioned with the curls. Let's say you curl 10 pounds for the rest of your life. Yeah, you're getting some sort of blood flow and that sort of benefits you. But if you want to grow, you need to push to new limits, new levels, new heights. And it's the same thing as life, right? If you want to grow positions in your career, if you want to grow in your relationship, you have to do and experience new things in order to level up your character per se. I'm going to give you a good example in your relationship. If in your relationship, for example, all you did was every Thursday night you had date night, and every date night you went to the exact same restaurant, I would personally get bored. You would spark the same conversations and the same topics would be talked about every single date night, and then eventually you would get bored of that person and never want to go on another date night with them again. But for example, if let's say Thursday night's your date night, one night you go to, an arcade, another night you go to a bar, and then another night you go to a museum, a zoo. Each new date night you go to with your partner, you can reflect on past date night experiences and spark new conversations. And let's say you're at the zoo. A zoo is going to spark a thought and a memory for you that you can share and experience in conversation with your partner. So that's why you always need to be trying new things, expanding your comfort zone, and doing things that are going to push you out of your limits. And I always try to profess that the gym is the greatest place to start to get out of your comfort zone, because once you get addicted to the results, it just naturally comes to you that you constantly want to be getting out of your comfort zone because you want to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And the only way you can do this in the gym is by adding weight, trying new exercises, pushing heavier, chasing that next dopamine at heavier weights, and just making yourself feel better. So it just naturally flows and transitions into life. Like I said, with your date, your partner, if, for example, all you guys did was, let's say, vacation. All you did was go to the same resort. Let's say, Cuba. Most people know what Cuba is. Let's say you went to Cuba every single time into the same resort, into the same all-inclusive. It would get boring. You're in your comfort zone. You know that, this was me, for example. I would only go in all-inclusive resorts because I was scared of getting out of my comfort zone, traveling, getting lost in a city, wondering where I would end up in. And then one time in Cuba, I was actually forced out of my comfort zone. Why? The backstory is not important, but I was forced out of my comfort zone. I was inside the, the all-inclusive at first. And then, actually there's a video about this on my channel. It's one of my first ever videos. And then I couldn't get home So we were forced to stay, me and my fiance, at the resort, no, outside of the resort in the main city. So we had to find a place to stay, we had to find places to eat, we had to, force ourselves out of our comfort zones to explore different areas. And it was a good learning experience and character building. And I realized that discomfort is the only place that growth can happen, because you learn, and that's why traveling is one of the greatest things, because you learn more about yourself, you learn what triggers you, you learn what you're afraid of, and if you're willing to expose yourself to those experiences, what ends up happening is you allow yourself to grow as a human. You allow yourself to learn more about yourself, figure out how you react to that circumstance, and twist yourself in a way that if that circumstance happens again, you know what to do about it. And this is why most people stop their growth journey when they're young. Out of high school, they get into university, and then they go into a same mundane, boring routine. But when you're a kid, imagine it. You're touching everything, you're trying to learn everything, you're playing with everything, your whole imagination is just constantly growing, and everything that you do each and every day is outside of your comfort zone. And that's why kids can learn so fast, because they're constantly not afraid to put themselves out of their comfort zones. So if you put and shift your mindset into or almost think like a child, and put yourself into a non-comfortable situation every single day, you, after looking back a year later, will become a totally different person. You're going to look back and see, wow, I've experienced so many different things. I've pushed so hard at the gym. I've gone to so many different traveling areas. And then you're going to, especially if you journal, this is why I'm a big advocate about journaling, you're going to look back in your journal or look back in your photo memories, and you're going to reflect on all the lessons that you've learned from those experiences and moments, and look into and approach your future and each day completely differently. So if you're someone that's scared of getting out of their comfort zone, if you're somebody that's, where do I start? Start where I started. Start in fitness, because lifting weights and trying to change your body, trying to push yourself to an uncomfortable situation of bringing yourself to the gym and challenging yourself every day is the greatest place to start to push yourself or step out of your comfort zone. Because A, you don't know what you're doing and you're going to look like a dummy, but if you're a man, who cares about it, right? Only wussies care about what other people think about them. That's why they're always looking and, oh, I wonder what this person thinks while I'm doing bench press. Am I doing it wrong? Who cares? You're going to suck at the beginning. And this is why it's important to have a coach at the beginning to help you and guide you on your mistakes. So if you are looking for a coach to help you with your fitness journey, click the first link below. But in other words, start with fitness, and if you want to pair it with something even more uncomfortable to expedite your growth, door-to-door sales. This is my first, full-time legit job that I did, and it showed me and allowed me to not give a solitary F about anything or anyone. Because when you're constantly getting rejected door after door after door after door, you realize that people's opinions, they fleet like this, because so many people are just worried about their own life. Their opinions, their thoughts, their everything just gets out the window after 30 seconds. So why are you going to contemplate and waste so much time out of your life to think and reflect and worry about what other people are thinking about you? Because you're just thinking about them, what they're thinking about you, but in reality they're not even thinking about you, so you're just wasting your time and effort and energy. So put it into something better, put it into getting out of your comfort zone, And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it motivated and inspired you guys to do something outside of your comfort zone today. I'm going to leave you like I always do. Create more than you consume, serve others, love everyone, and subscribe if you're new. Peace.